that you have the fish mask on.
Oh yeah.
That's perfect. Zoom in on that fish mask.
That rooster. That's a big rooster.
Wow, he's fancy.
All right, leaving the school. Ooh, look at that tree. That's pretty. Leaving the school, Mr. Maddox driving. Mrs. Barzik in the back.
Back of my own car.
In the back of her own car. Because there's two chubby science teachers up front. All right, we are off to a park going off the Elk Creek right now. Mrs. Barzik, you've done this a bunch of times. You want to explain to the fine folks back home what we're doing?
Sure, we're gonna do a stream analysis. Well, almost, not quite, but kind of a sampling. We're going to see what kind of macroinvertebrates we can find in the stream. So we're going to look for the young forms of insects that are in the water, and we're going to kick up the bottom of the stream and we're going to collect them in nets, and then we're going to see what species we find. And the more species we find, the better, because that means the water quality is better. So we're looking for certain species in particular and a wide variety as well to see what we can find in that stream.
Hey, what kind of clothes do pirates wear?
What kind of clothes do pirates wear?
Money. That's all I got.
So we are turning on down to Strutchin Flats Park is where we're heading. I don't know how many of you have been out this way. It's not too far from our campus. It only took us about 10 minutes to get here.
Standing behind that tree over there.
All right, time to gear up. What do we got? Got some boots, old shoes, nets and buckets.
Let's do this.
So what's the process here, Mrs. Barzik? What is it that we want to do here?
Well, we're going to want to kick up the bottom, see all the little stones that are there, and there can be organisms that are attached to it. Normally we would have what's called a kick net. We cannot locate our kick net right now, but it's just a screen between two sticks. And we would have somebody in front of us kick the bottom up towards us while we hold this net. So then as the water flows through it, we collect the organisms on screen. Oh my goodness, it's a tiny starfish.
The native biologist in his natural habitat. Oh!
Looks catfishish, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the size of a $50. I'm gonna leave them be. What is that? No.
Mr. Drake, forgive me. Don't know if that's a stonefly, a mayfly. I will get back to you on that. Oh, you move.
To me, it looks like a stonefly.
Oh, there's another one. There's a better one.
It's on a stone. Does that help?
No. That could be the beginning of a caddisfly home. Flip, you might have a caddisfly home. Right here. It's gluing all those together.
That's pretty.
So see how it's glued together?
So the caddisfly did this?
See what we find under here. See some larvae. Oh, right there, look at that. Yeah. So we got some caddisfly juveniles.
Let's get it to move.
Oh, yeah.
You see him?
Oh, that's a beaut. Oh, look at that. Woo. Mrs. Barzik ain't scared. So this is what science is all about. You know, it's been a while since I have done this, but coming in and looking at this, I got a lot of questions. You know, like what is this? You know, is that a some sort of house for an insect? And then I've got these peculiar spherical things, and they do move. They're not locked in there. What are those? These are questions we're going to investigate and come back to. Yeah, so asking the right questions and then seeking answers. That's what scientists do.
Boots on. Mrs. Barzik with her stylish boots on. And because I have such giant fat feet, they don't make size 16
Muck boots.
mucklucks.
That's why they call it murder.
R is the what?
R is the most menacing letter.
All right, you ready?
Just lay it down.
So after
Caddisfly.
kicking all that up, what's the process now? We just go through and
Yeah, we just look and we see what we've got.
This is really teeming with life.
Ooh, look at it all.
you said that like you made something come to life, like you were young Frankenstein.
Alive.
And it almost sounded like Christopher Walken.
I mean, really teeming. Would you like to do the kicking?
I could kick.
And I will net.
Right here? Right here. I think.
What is this one?
I believe mayfly.
But
But
it could
be a
That's
dragon.
easy right there. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt
It's a
cheap.
type of fly, but I'd have to look it up.
Mr. Sturgis, want to play hopscotch?
Naturally formed hopscotch.
Fact.
Crustaceans have the power of regeneration. If you've ever seen a crayfish with a giant claw and one with a bitty claw, it probably lost this one in a fight and is regenerating it back. That pincer is called a cheliped.
Cheliped.
Mr. Sturgis, you smell delicious. Got a whiff of you downwind. Your deodorant is different from mine. You have your own scent.
I'm glad you like Old Spice.
Is that what I'm smelling? I got one! Look at him. I take him home and let my son use him for bait. Did you see it? This is where is it?
What is it? Fishing.
I wish it was a Swedish fish. I would eat it.
We here at the Parker Middle School Biological Society frown upon eating the fish out of this stream. Did it look like it swam in there?
It did.
It is. It's alive.
It's alive!
There was 2 of them.
It's
This
alive!
one is 2. They were just busy.
Where's your
that's
little
all.
net? You lost them both. Oh,
I
we got
got
them!
both.
She got them! We're taking them back for closer observation.
I can't wait to take a look at them under the stereoscope.
I'm gonna eat them.
I could have a kid.
You're hungry. We want lunch. You want lunch?
That's what I've got going all day, man.
You're gonna eat that fish? Eat the crayfish?
Because I just thought there was one there until I disturbed them.
Red lobster.
All right, packing it up. Pack it up, back it in.
Let me begin.
Taking all the goodies back to the shop. All right, we're gonna leave our spot. All right, Mr. Maddox, successful trip.
Yes, yes.
We're gonna take our little friends. They're back there.
Back here. Hopefully not
Splashing around.
sloshing.
What did we end up? What was our poll today?
As in species?
What things are we gonna be taking back to the lab?
Well, we've got crayfish, we've got stoneflies, mayflies, caddisflies, and an unidentified fly larvae that I can remember. Do you remember anything else?
Crayfish?
We said crayfish.
Seatbelts? We forgot seatbelts.
Oh,
I was
buckle up,
struggling to get
kids.
mine on.
All right, back in the lab. We've got our buckets. We've got our stereoscope set up. We've got cheat sheets to help us do some identification.
We can just pull out a rock, see what we can get. Oh, wow. Yes. You see him running?
Run!
Run away!
You should see these beauties underwater.
Do you see that snail walking around?
What are you looking at, Mr. Maddox?
I don't know, but he is awesome. Oh, he's a monster. Look
it?
at. Oh, I don't know. Looks like a crayfish larva.
There's so much.
Was it good?
Can you
Mr. Sturgis, do you think it looks like this?
That's exactly what I think it looks like.
Large gray with
This one has
tentacles.
found a home on my ring.
Oh, look at this thing. Look at the Circe on this baby.
There's the
Oh,
water.
he curled up in a ball. Too hot.
That might be it. You might want to turn the bottom light
Ooh,
off.
hot.
There, that's beautiful.
Rolled up,
Thing has,
beautiful bean footage.
What is that? Is that a Dobson?
What is that tiny little thing?
Oh, there they
Can you
are.
see everything in there? That flat thing is a water penny. And then the one, I don't know if that's a caddisfly or if that's a kind of snail.
Crawling back in the picture.
There's a lot of...
Oh, there's all kinds of things going on, yeah.
Yeah.
These. Looks like snails.
Yeah, there's a couple snails in there. There's also probably a mayfly or two and a caddisfly.
This is really zoomed in, so I need to back up. And my goodness. So this is what you're seeing when you put it in. And then in the stereoscope, this is what I'm seeing. Caddisfly has those like 3 things at the back.
Nope, that would be a mayfly.
Mayfly.
It has 3 tails at the back. If it has 2,
Get
it's a
back here,
stonefly.
snail.
Kind of whitish.
This snail has a hitchhiker on its back and taking him for a ride.
Oh, here's a caddisfly that escaped.
You dip it in
I just used my fingers and cupped some water and put it on there.
He was like, wee.
Oh, wow. Tails, like damselfly nymph, possibly?
You can run, but you can't hide.
They crawl right over top of him. And this is what science is all about.
Got a baby.
So any student that likes walking in streams is walking with all these.
Under your feet.
Under your feet.
Between your toes. Mm.
We need a bigger boat.
Need a bigger boat. Oh, they're together. Look at, they're gonna
Again.
battle. They're gonna battle.
All right, so we're gonna look and see if this is a male
How
or
do you know?
female.
Do you know?
Well, give me the 4 sepals. So we're looking on the underside of the tail, and males will have a pair of copulatory swimmerettes. I think these are both female.
Yeah.
Because the males will have copulatory swimmerettes to aid in fertilization, and they have another pair of swimmerettes back here on their abdomen. This guy don't like to stay in. Let's see his swimmerettes actually. This is gonna have to be higher here. Oh, see?
Standing back now.
Ooh, come in for your close-up, buddy.
So
Oh, staying right there too. Stop moving. Sees me looking at him. Or her.
do you have a probe? So I think these are the copulatory swim rats. Right?
Okay.
Gonna get a nice back shot. Pretty cool.
So we've got a male and a female crayfish. This is the male and this is the female. We did not know this previous to this. Mr. Maddox had an inkling. But this is how they've been spraying us in the face for a while. He's covering everything up. These little extra down here past his legs are the copulatory swimmerettes. So we know that this is a male. And you can see it doesn't have that structure here on the female. It's a little bit different down here too, don't you think?
Yep.
That is creepy cool. Have you ever seen Alien?
Yes.
All right, cameras
All the
running.
bubbles are gone. Oh, cameras are on.
Cameras are on.
Cameras on. All right. So,
Gotta talk nice and loud because it's far away.
all right, Rachel, you have the most experience with this. Tell us. I mean, it was fun. I had fun. Did you have fun?
I'm so glad I went for my first time
First time.
with these two.
And it's been a while for me, but Rachel, why did we do this? Like, what's the practical implications of this?
So the practical implications would be to figure out the health of the stream. So we're figuring out the water quality essentially, but without actually doing the chemical testing, which you're familiar with. You did a lot of chemical testing of streams.
Correct.
So in this way we survey what is surviving in there and thriving in there, and we can use that to determine the water quality in that stream. So we found a wide variety of organisms. These are keys that I've used in the past with students, and they can, we can put a close-up in picture, right? But we have used these in the past, and I've let students figure that out, and I even had a little key over here where they could determine, is it, what do we call them, sensitive species, so they can only survive in better water quality. KJ Macco. Or if it's a tolerant species. If it's a tolerant species, then it's going to survive anywhere. So if we find a lot of those, but not a lot of the sensitive species, the water quality is not so good. We found quite a few sensitive species, so the water quality was good, and we had a lot of fun doing it. We got to find and identify things that we hadn't seen before. So there was a lot of, oh, what is this, as we were looking through the microscope today. So that part was a lot of fun.
What was the most exciting part for you?
Well,
did you see that? Did you see it? It's a dragonfly in here.
Is it?
It's a giant.
Look, it's coming over to me. It might be its nymph that is in the bucket. It's looking for its nymph.
Oh.
Hi, come here.
Rachel whispers to dragonflies.
He comes in with a net.
Has anybody ever seen The Great Outdoors?
It's okay. It's just a dragonfly.
Say hi, Mrs. Helsley.
You got it once.
Hi.
Hi.
There's still a dragonfly in here. Nope.
We all seen?
Are we done?
Do we need, well, how did you like your first time going out in the creek and collecting?
The most exciting part about this is that every rock that we lifted up, every single one, had life all over it. You wouldn't think that picking up a rock that's underwater, pulling up into the air, and all these things are just moving around. That was my favorite part.
If you look closely enough, you're going to see all kinds of stuff, but normally we're just walking along, right?
Good.
So we're done.
Good.